this is our hook trade from 1020. I kind of wanted to start from a macro perspective, um, just from a charting perspective. So this was the day it gapped up, right? So we're charting from here. Typically we'll start with the daily. This wick, 154 is an obvious wick to me. Like I put this in red because to me this is like a line in the sand. I don't want to see it go below this, or I'm not really interested anymore, right? Um, The next, you just basically take recent top wicks, dailies. See this wick right here is a dollar 61.7, so a dollar 62, right? So that's the next level that I mark. This it's a rejection candle. You can see the wick how it kind of went up the rejection candle. I also look for like in the pre-market what price is it around, right? It's around this area. Um, I marked this 171, and then this 176 was pre-market high at the time. The level that became that was significant was this 167, and I actually didn't have this marked, but you can see it rejected it a few times, and it was very significant when we get down to the pre-market. So let me go back to 1020. So this is the day we played it, right? So it's on the radars, right, because of this huge gap up. We actually had really high hopes for this stock. I thought we were going to $2 plus. I had a lot of volume, a lot of interest. Pre-market, it held up, it held the structure, right? It didn't give back all of these gains. Don't get confused by these big Weeble fake wicks. So, as you can see, this 167 level, it held during pre-market, um, and you'll see it open and how we kind of talked through the trade. The reason why I want to show this trade, it wasn't an amazing trade. Like we didn't make a ton of money on it or anything, but I just want you to see the way that I personally manage this. Um, I'm looking. I was looking for this actually. I would love to have gotten this dip out of open, 200 on the 162 level, and get some a real bounce there. We don't get that, and it's holding this 167 level, and after it does that, I'm looking for it to hold this, and I kind of scale in here, and I'm looking for this extension. We don't get it, but you can see, and like, when you watch the video, there's a 175 wall, and it's pretty big. There was a 171 wall too, and that got hit pretty quickly, refreshed. And then they let it go to 175. We break it, and then it gets back below it, and then they stack it. And for me, that's my signal to get out. Um, I I I just took the rest off. Luckily, I got the rest off kind of in this right here, as it was rejecting. Some guys bought this huge dip, which is awesome. They got a little move out of here. Um, After this rejection, it's not a bad buy. If you buy this, scale out appropriately. This doesn't go up on crazy volume, right? It's really light volume. After it makes a new low here, I personally would want to see this break new highs, or else I'm out. And as you can see, it kind of stops, and then basically 3 bars to the downside on the one. See what the 5 minute looks like. So yeah, the 5 minute. There's buyers here, right? Like you can see the suck up. There's buyers, but it can't break that 175 wall. So what's that 175 wall? And you can see it in the tape. I want you to watch the tape. There's level two that's going to be here in the middle. See the big walls and see it stacked. When I say stacked, it's on multiple exchanges. That means they're showing a lot of strength across exchanges, and that's not a great sign if it can't break, especially if it broke it once and then they refresh it right away and they can't hold that level. To me, it's not breaking, and it's best just to get out. So manage this position really well. Was a little heavy. Was looking for that big move, but your plans has to change. You have to read the tape. You got to adjust, and yeah, that's what we did.
Thanos Trade said. Fu said Oilers woo.
Held at 167.
Hook's only a penny to borrow or locate.
Sweet. It's just a perfect setup for today, man.
Come on down.
Where do you want it, T-Mac?
Where do you want it?
160.
Bruce Leroy.
I mean, I don't think we
Cal
get
said
162,
ENSV
but I
buyer.
would love it to at least get below 168 and suck up. You know what I mean? To show that there's buyers there. Right now, we don't know if there is.
Okay, let's see.
They're just gonna hold 68.
I'm starting to scale in.
Trad Exchange Tweet Shift said tweeted. Twitter.com.
170 wall.
Bruce Leroy. Cal said haven't seen tape flip yet bullish on hook.
There we go.
Wallet. Walking it down a little.
Oh, big. They put that wall back up at 170.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they started it higher.
Bruce
I think they
Leroy.
walked it down.
Cal said 0.70 refresher.
Nothing's going.
Just gotta break this wall. Just one
Holding.
wall, guys. There.
72. All right, I took a little.
Damn, Zyme went nuts.
Zyme?
Yeah, I had that all day yesterday too. I didn't want to overnight it.
Come on, Hook.
That last 1 minute candle had a lot of buyers in it.
Bruce Leroy. Cal said added 1.70 hook.
Come on, hook.
Whoa.
Indo.
175 wall. Let's test it. Let's at least test it. Someone buy it.
Not many slaps on it yet.
Is there a hidden seller there?
None, just nobody was hitting it.
Bruce Leroy. Cal said Indo getting hit.
Yeah, no one's buying that 75.
Not yet. There's a couple of slaps. 8K, 9K.
I scaled some out just in case it doesn't break.
I wouldn't mind it pulling back on the next 5 and waiting.
Diamond hands. Let's see how this strategy plays out.
They got it stacked.
Diamond.
They stacked 75 now over 3
New five's
exchanges.
about to start. So if we get a pullback,
Bruce Leroy.
70?
Cal said
171. You
scam
want
some
you want 171 to
0.75
hold.
seller refreshing a lot.
T.
Little 1 minute
The
flag.
daily level?
Yeah, a little 1 minute flag in the 171.
Hit this fucking wall.
Come on.
To dip
There's
back
some,
down.
there's some
we go.
hits. There's some hits.
Come on.
Come down, come down.
No, Frank, wrong way.
I bailed.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Still,
No,
here's the 162. That's what happened to us on what was
Bruce
that? Yeah,
Leroy.
sober
Cal said
yesterday.
cut.
Sober.
I took some there.
Yeah, I added quite a bit at 66.
I got 165, but let's see.
I got all my shares out in the green.
nice.
Nice, man.
Nice.